Welcome to Overwatch.
Hi, I'm Jeff Brill.
And I'm Tim Ford. Welcome to the inaugural shoutcast of Overwatch.
On defense in today's match, we've got Zenyatta and Symmetra, both support classes. We've got Widowmaker, a sniper. Reaper and Pharah, both offensive assault classes. And Reinhardt, a tank. Things you might watch out for are Symmetra's got a teleporter that could be instrumental for her team getting back into the fight as quickly as possible, and Reinhardt's enormous shield that his allies can shoot through but enemies cannot.
On the attacking team, we're looking at Tracer and Hanzo to provide some offensive DPS, Winston to tank some hits, Mercy to keep everyone alive, and a curious add here with Bastion and Torbjorn. Normally those two heroes are reserved for kind of a static defense role, but what's really fun about having them play on this map, on a payload map, is while normally they're locked down with their abilities, they have to stay in place, if they do that on the payload, they can move and kill. Hopefully we'll see one of my favorite plays from Torbjorn where he gets a turret on top of the payload, the infamous Killdozer.
Now entering King's Row.
Let's kick it off. Let's look at King's Row. Here we are, we're getting a good look at the main defensive artery on King's Row. Defense is going to haul down following this blue line to the foot of Big Ben, where they're going to meet the first of a 2-point capture payload map.
The attackers will capture that by standing on a little circle that we'll get to in a second, and then they're going to push a payload through the rest of the map all the way to the end of the level. So the beginning is kind of a tug-of-war over at this point, and then it turns into just a tug-of-war over an actual payload that's moving through the mission.
Fighting on this point, they basically have to, as the attacking team, hold it uncontested as long as they can. Holding just means standing on it and not dying. The defense, however, is going to try to put as much pressure on that point as they possibly can to take them out.
And you can see this red line here. This is where the attackers are going to come from. They'll spawn up in this church ahead, and then they're going to come down this red line and try to take that point. Of course, there are a lot of little nooks and crannies and side alleys that the attackers can use to try to get around the defensive position that the defenders will set up.
And Overwatch features a bunch of high mobility classes. We'll see one here with this grappling hook. These classes can get anywhere. It's really important that the levels are porous and have a lot of different avenues of access.
I like that word, porous. Now, here we see a Harmony Orb goes on top of Reaper here. That's going to provide him a little tiny bit of healing over time, so he's probably going to be topped off most of the time. And now he's also, Symmetry gives him a shield as well. That's going to give him a ton of HP.
Yeah, throwing that shield on there with the Zenyatta Orb is going to help his survivability as he harasses the attacking team. Here we see Symmetra throwing a couple turrets out. She puts one under the bus, which is super, super rude.
And here we've got the attacking team spawning in. You can see Winston up in the front there and the rest of the team behind him. And they're all trying to deciding which exits they want to go through here. There are 4 exits from this building, and Torbjorn's already got a turret in the main entrance. Bastion's looking out the left-hand side here with Mercy. It looks like the game is just about to begin here.
Which is now.
And
hey,
the doors are open. All right, Bastion going out the left-hand side with Mercy healing him up. Looks like she does a Guardian Angel through this little gap, gets her away from Pharah's rockets there, and looks like she wants to stand next to Bastion and keep him alive as long as possible.
And Guardian Angel's kind of key, too. It allows Mercy to stay with whatever high mobility class she's with. She can zoom right to
but right here she's got a Reaper
Never
coming in to try to take her out. He's taking a lot of damage, though, but he's got, with that Harmony Orb and that shield, his HP is almost back to full already.
You can see here, he's doing a fine job keeping half of the attacking team occupied. The Tracer just jumping around trying to get a beat on him, and the Reaper keeps walking through and regenerating his health.
She can't find him, and he dodges back the other direction. Tracer is just lost now. Now he's coming in. He wants another shot at this Bastion. He wants to take out this Mercy. Oh, and he gets his ult. He does a huge Death Blossom, takes out all 3 people. Oh my gosh, that's half of the attacking team already dead just to this Reaper.
Taking off a 5-player kill streak. He's got 2 more victims right in front of him.
Oh, there's one of them goes down. Looks like he really wants this Hanzo as well. He's going up for it. That Harmony Orb just really difficult to get through for the attackers.
Dat Harmony Orb.
Yep. And now this Reinhardt's here. He's got the huge hammer, and he's going to try to take out one more. He goes for the Tracer. Doesn't quite pin her, though. But now looking from the Tracer's perspective, she manages to get her ult. That's that Pulse Bomb onto Reinhardt. And does a ton of damage. Doesn't quite kill him, though, but with the Mercy boost, she manages to take him down.
And she's going to try to regroup. She was hanging in before with, looks like Mercy's got back on top of her. She was with Mercy and Winston before, but they seem to have gotten split up. And this Symmetra has put together quite an evil little web of short-range sentry turrets. Symmetra's staying alive, taking a bunch of damage, but doing a bunch of damage.
Absolutely, and you generate your ult for any class by dealing or taking damage. Oh, Symmetra does just enough to take out that Tracer right there. Very evil. But by building up that ult, it's going to allow Symmetra to maybe put down a teleporter relatively soon.
Yeah, that's her ultimate ability, and that's really clutch when you're on defense or on offense. Honestly, it's like the coolest ability ever.
Yeah, there's so many cool abilities, though. I mean, it's a good one, but...
Like, that. 1.21 gigawatts.
Straight into the face. But it looks like the attackers, they've grouped up. There's 3 of them here now. They might go for the point.
Yep.
Yeah, Winston leaping forward. Mercy using that Guardian Angel again to follow him onto that point. Reinhardt is actually here. He's just totally unsure what to do.
You saw the Tracer actually run around to the right-hand side. probably going to go deal with, oh, never mind, her coming to Symmetra. We're seeing her here with her ult ready. She places that teleporter. That's going to be incredibly critical. The defense, as they die, are going to be able to take that teleporter and get right back into the action.
Oh, this is
very
awesome.
quickly.
Just like the cinematic right there. Tracer getting right up behind.
What you looking at?
But doesn't quite take out the Widowmaker. So close right there. But Widowmaker jumps down.
Oh, here's my favorite move. Blink, blink, pulse bomb, recall.
Oh, Reinhardt goes down.
Right back where you started. All right, now we're seeing that teleporter in use. We've got 2 folks running through it so far, a third coming right behind. You can see here how critical that teleporter is. Basically, the defense, even though they're dying, are able to get right back onto the point.
And now it looks like Farah's flying around here, trying to do a bit of damage. Death Blossom actually comes out from the Reaper. Doesn't quite take out Bastion, but he does go down to that the little orb thingy.
On the left-hand side
there,
there, you can see that Torbjorn's put up a turret. That might be just the push they need in order to hold this point.
Yeah, it looks like the defenders don't actually have any answer for that. Farah's going to come up here and do a rocket barrage onto the point.
A rocket barrage.
Torbjorn
just kill half the team.
Demolished. And she actually takes out the Winston shield. It has so much HP, but the Torbjorn turret does take her down. The defenders just haven't really found a good answer to it.
Yeah.
And here's Hanzo from the offense. Straight through the neck into that Widowmaker.
That seals the deal. Looks like the attacking team is taking the point at the foot of Big Ben. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. You see here the payload rolling out. So the objective changes now. The attacking team is going to have to stay with that payload and move it all the way down that road we saw at the very beginning, all the way into Robot City. The rules are pretty straightforward. As long as they stay near or on the payload, it'll move forward. If they die, the payload will stop for a moment and then start to roll back. The defense is going to try to find some way along the street to put some pressure on the attacking team so they can't take it.
So it looks like that Bastion has set up on the payload, and he's going to be firing forward. Normally he's a static defender, but when the payload is moving, it moves for him. Now this Reinhardt's going to try to get behind him to do a lot of damage because Bastion can't turn around. He's taking some damage from, it looks like a Hanzo up in the top left, but
he's shrugging off some damage from Hanzo. I think he just thought he had a small headache.
He's kind of a pincushion. He's just so much HP, he doesn't even care. Now he does get behind them, and he pins the Torbjorn to the back of the payload. Brutal. And he takes out the Bastion, and the Winston manages to take out Reinhardt. That's a good trade right there, but it has really shut down the progress of this payload. It's moving forward a little bit.
He's moving alone, but I don't think he can push that by himself. This is a really tight alley to get shot up in. In fact, he's taking, oh, no, it looks like they have a teleporter on play. So the Reinhardt just died, is already back in play because of that teleporter that's been put in the subway. Again, that's going to cut down, look how quickly they can get to that payload, put pressure on the offense.
And now this Winston is ulting right here. He's an enraged monkey. He's doing a lot of damage, but this Transcendence is really going to shut him down. This is a huge AoE heal for the defending team. And it looks like they've actually pushed the Winston all the way back. He knows that his enrage doesn't last long enough to fight this. He decides to come back in, and he just dies immediately.
Oh! So compared to the Widowmaker, you can see she's really trying to lock down this street. She had a total beat on that poor Torbjorn.
Looks like she's looking for another kill here. Oh, going for the Hanzo, not quite, and the second shot takes him down.
Oh, and Mercy gets him back online!
And he's coming back up. He gets out of range of that sniper as soon as he can. Zenyatta doesn't really react. Hanzo gets the kill here.
It looks like Hanzo really wants to make his way around, take that Widowmaker out. She's locking that street. Oh, no, never mind. That's a Reinhardt. Back up. Yeah, there's no way Hanzo's going to solo that guy, not in that close quarters.
Absolutely not. Just, he's got so much HP. Hanzo, you saw earlier, he took 4 arrows to the face and barely felt it. Now, it looks like Hanzo's got a position. This is actually behind where the attackers are.
Yeah, the defense doesn't see it. They're actually walking past him. They don't see he's there. Oh, no, that Widowmaker saw him. He's right up top. Oh, no, looks like that Hanzo got off his dragon just in time. Widowmaker couldn't quite take him out.
This has angered the Reinhardt. Reinhardt knows where he is now. He's coming in for it. He gets a charge off, but Hanzo does the wall climb and gets out of range. And now a Tracer is there as well. Reinhardt's trying to keep that shield up and block one direction, but he can't block both sides, and he goes down.
So the Tracer's going into the subway, probably to go find that teleporter that was there before. But as you can see, the Symmetra is repositioned. She's placed a new teleporter, and that's going to give the defense an edge as they go to put pressure on that payload. While she's here, of course, looks like they can lock down this corner again, particularly if they get that Widowmaker back in position.
And now we see a Farah jump up in the air, fire off a huge ult, takes down the Bastion, but does not go through that Winston shield very well. They're trying to just keep the attackers off of the payload and keep it from moving forward. Oh, and Winston comes for Farah, and she just jumps over this house. Farah can fly. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, Winston doing a good job just trying to keep that payload moving. But he looks like he's soloing it. Oh, no!
Oh, he's going for this Widowmaker. Yeah, this Widowmaker has been getting such clutch snipes off, and now he's just knocking her around. He's going crazy. He's jumping all over the place. And there he lands, and he does take out the Widowmaker. She goes down. That's going to really open up an opportunity for the attackers to make some progress.
Probably slow down the rate of clutch snipes we're going to see over the next few minutes. Oh, never mind.
He gets pinned straight into a wall.
All right, so like we mentioned, if teleporter is going to be coming to play that Widowmaker, she had just died. She's right back into the action very quickly.
And you can see the payload is right there with Reinhardt protecting it. And Farah, as she comes out of this teleporter, she can actually shoot straight into where the payload already is. Yeah, there she is. Oh, the Torbjorn again.
Shot again.
Oh, this poor Torbjorn. He keeps trying to get a turret down somewhere. It looks like she's going for another kill, though. Oh, Tracer. Oh, poor Tracer.
That's
She's
a
got
bummer.
such low HP, made up for by high mobility, but she's just walking through a hallway. She will go down fast.
So mobility will pay dividends here, though. Looks like Tracer's going to try to hunt around on the high ground, get around to the side where Widowmaker's stationed and take her out. Widowmaker's locking down that corner. She really has to die.
And it is important as a Widowmaker to move after getting a couple kills because your opponent can see where you're hiding in kill cams. Now Tracer's found her, and she's really edging for this
Yeah,
kill.
she wants this kill bad.
And doing a lot of damage, does not quite get it.
Off.
Doesn't quite get it. Oh, but she goes down, and Ally finishes her off. Now she's fighting the Symmetra. This is a huge moment for the defenders right here. The teleporter is right behind Tracer, but she has not noticed it. She's fighting against the Symmetra, and she sees it. She's going for it. She wants to get in there, gets a time bomb off, blinks away, and that teleporter is down.
This could be the turning point. Yeah, it looks like the attackers have not only taken out that teleporter, but they're getting that Bastion in line down that long sightline, that long alleyway where Widowmaker was putting so much pressure on them before.
And he does such huge damage when he's in deployed form. He can just shred even the tank classes in this game.
He's got his back to the subway. He's going to be really hard to get flanked.
But he's going to have to work really fast. If you look at the top, there's actually only 8 seconds left on the clock. Now that could, if they stay on the payload as they are right now, they will go into overtime mode.
So it looks like we're entering overtime right now. As long as they stay on the payload, they can push it to the next checkpoint. The checkpoint's just to the left, just past that cool red column right there, right around the corner.
If they do make it to that checkpoint, then they get 2 minutes added to the clock, which that may give them an opportunity to push through to the end right here.
Yeah, it looks like the defenders have fallen back. They're not putting any resistance. They're going to cede this checkpoint over. And we're looking at it now. I think our good buddy Torbjorn is trying to get a kill dozer going.
He's going for that teleporter.
Yeah, look at that Dragon
Yeah,
Strike.
there's the turret.
That Dragon
It's
Strike
down.
up front is giving them just
Oh, and a
enough
molten
time.
core from the Torbjorn. Oh, he's coming back in right now. He's got his ult up. That's going to make him build turrets much faster and give him a ton of HP. He's got his hammer out. Yeah, but a big res brings his team right back into the action. He's actually getting sniped right now, but he has so much HP, and with the Mercy healing him, that sniper is not going to take him out. That turret is up. It's doing a lot of damage. It's shooting everything it can see, and that turret it looks like they have no answer to it. Oh, but that shield just
that would have
misses
been really
the
helpful.
payload.
I mean, look how much they move from the top of the checkpoint.
This thing does so much damage, though.
Ramp.
Even Reinhardt here, he can't stand up to that. Yeah, he goes running away.
There's only like, what, 15, 20 meters to the end. That circle right there is where they need to go.
It's right there. They just need to go down that ramp,
This
and then
killdozer
they're right
is
there.
paying huge dividends.
But
They
it's
can
low
keep
on
marching
HP.
this
You
thing.
can see it starting to smoke. Oh, but it takes out that Pharah. Now Reinhardt charges through, so Torbjorn can't heal it anymore.
Oh,
and
no, the
Widowmaker
bulldozer
manages to
goes
kill it.
down.
But Reinhardt, Winston's duking it out on the bottom. Tracer comes in, throws a pulse bomb, and does kill off that Reinhardt.
Tracer retreating as offense, retreating back into the defensive area. I think she's going to pull the same nonsense harass that Reaper did on their team at the very beginning.
Look how close it is to the end. Oh my gosh, it's just inches away. They need to get the payload completely into that circle for the game to be over. But it's right on the edge. They just need to push it a few inches further, but the defenders don't want to let them. They've got this Zenyatta ult going off. This is going to keep all of the defenders alive for a long time.
Oh, they're
Reinhardt
inching forward
comes
just a little
charging
bit more.
Oh, the shield is up. The Winston is knocking back Reinhardt, but Reinhardt got his ult off and knocks down the Winston at the same time. Winston gets sniped in the head, and now the attackers actually have good presence here. The attacking Tracer is trying to fight off this Zenyatta, and it looks like Tracer
Doing an
is doing
amazing
so
job.
much
Just
damage.
pulls off a pulse bomb,
Time
takes out
bomb
that
gets off the
Widowmaker.
Widowmaker, and now the Bastion is being forced to move by Reaper, but Bastion is walking forward. It's so close.
Oh my
it's
God,
on
they
the
can push
edge.
it. They're right
Come on,
there.
right here,
If you
right
were here.
here, just inches
Oh,
away.
no, that Reaper
can't
took out
get
the
it. The
Bastion.
Reaper is still there.
Huge res!
Huge res.
This could be it. This is the last possible push they can make. They have half their team on the point right now. All they need to do, yeah, that rocket barrage really sealed the deal. Half their team taken out right after that res.
And
Winston's
the
still
Winston's
pushing.
still fighting for it.
Oh
the Winston
no, takes a death
bomb.
blossom to the face. That might spell
How
the end.
is it not over?
Well, because
Who's
now
alive for the attackers?
defense has to teleport over. Oh, look, there's a Tracer right there.
Tracer's still alive, still on the payload, still trying to push it, just inches forward, recalls and brings back some of her HP, and she's blinking all over the place.
She just
Got
needs to
Venom
stay
Trap
alive,
on her,
keep that thing
blinking
moving.
all over. She does not want to, but she does. She goes down in the back, and that's going to be it. They just need to keep all of the attackers off for 2 more seconds.
This
The
is
game will
it.
be over. This could be it for the defenders.
I think
and there
this
it
is
is, defender victory.